Hey everybody, welcome to episode 35 of Round the Twist. It's April 14th, 2010, and I have got a lot to talk about this week, so we're just going to dive right in. Oh, excuse me, Phoebe. Oh, stop. We got a box in the mail today, and she's very excited about the packing. Namely, this. It's just paper. She's like a cat. She's going nuts. So yeah, first thing, on the needles, sort of on and sort of off. The Glynis Socks by Cookie A, out of Sock Innovation. I finished the first one. This is out of the Wollmeise 100% in De Auster on my 2.75 millimeter signature double points. It's done. It fits. I have no clue how many repeats I did. I know I altered the ribbing, so the ribbing was a little bit longer. I did not do 9 repeats on the leg. I think I only did 7 going down the foot. No clue, but done. Finished. I have not cast on the second one yet, but I'm halfway there. Those of you that are almost done, Mom, I'm looking at you. Mom does hers 2 at a time on Magic Loop, and she's kicking my butt. She's about ready to do the toes on her socks. So I need to get my butt in gear, but that will be, that's the main thing I have on the needles right now. The other thing that I'm working on that I haven't done in ages is a dishcloth. My neighbors, actually a group of like 4 of us that live just across the street from each other got together last Friday. And those of us, I found out one of my neighbors is actually a brand new knitter. So she's knitting a dish towel, and I made another neighbor who doesn't knit made some comment about, oh, she loves the knitted dishcloths that she found at a boutique down in Missouri. And I said, well, I can knit you guys dishcloths. And the fourth lady was like, I've never had knitted dishcloths or face cloths. Are they better? And we all immediately waxed poetic about them. So I am making all the ladies a few dishcloths. And this is the first one. I'm just doing it out of the Peaches and Cream cone yarn that you can get at Walmart back in the craft section. If your Walmart still has a craft section, mine just got downsized. But it's still available. I bought a bunch of these cones, gosh, probably 3 years ago when they were on sale for like $4.77 a cone. I think right now they're selling for almost $7. But I can get about 12 washcloths out of full cone. Obviously, this is not a full cone. I did a shopping bag out of this cone, but I do have one more pound cone. So that should be enough to give each of them 3 or 4 washcloths, dishcloths, whatever you want to call them. Pattern is one my mom gave me ages ago. It's just called World's Greatest Dishcloth. It's got a little yarn over edge to it, but it's started at the corner, knit on the bias going up, and then bound off. My family has used these for years. We love them. And this is like the only pattern that we use pretty much. Soon to be on the needles. This is where I have to go digging. The Modern Baby Blanket that I showed you last week out of Mason-Dixon Knitting. This one over here. That the wonderful Ann and Kay did. My order came from Knit Picks. So these are the colors I'm going to be using for the Modern Baby Blanket for my neighbors across the street. It's Planetarium, Whisker, Marlin, and Seafoam. So that's going to be coming up on the needles soon. And this is the Knit Picks Comfy Sport, which is cotton and acrylic. I believe it's a 75-25 blend. It is so soft and silky. Going to be a pleasure to knit with. The other baby thing that I talked about last week that came in the kit, the New Traditions Baby Blanket. Now this is being discontinued, so if you want one, order it soon because they're not going to keep doing it once it's done. I don't know if it's just the kit or if it's like the kit and the pattern will be going away. The kit for sure is going away. There was a little asterisk next to the packing symbol, which means it's being discontinued. So if you want this cute little quilted thing, go now. And that's, again, in the Comfy Sport. All the different colors you're going to need. All right, on to the spinning. You might be able to see Grace over here in the background. I held her up here. I really, really tried to finish the second third of the Crown Mountain Farms Atlantis roving. This dangling from the wheel is all that's left, and I couldn't get it done in time. So that's going to be finished at Stitch and Bitch tonight down at Whole Foods. And then I will move on to the last third and get that done off the wheel. Again, there's the first third. second third is a little bit lighter, and the third bit will be even lighter than that, and then I will 3-ply that to make a heavier weight sock yarn, and I will show you guys that when that's done. Still using my drop spindle. In fact, I used it a bunch when my parents were here this weekend. Was getting stressed over my kitchen sink, so I spun. I stood in my dining room and spun. We had a little bit of a leak that constituted a plumber call on a Saturday, so but my garden got put in while my parents were here. That's the good thing. Drop spindle, again, is the Maggie mid-whorl spindle from Magpie Woodworks, and I will link to them again in the show notes. The fiber is from the Unique Sheep from the Coffee Sip and Stitch Club that just finished up. They're starting up the tea Sip and Stitch, and they're going to be doing another coffee one in the fall, so keep an eye on their website. This is the first of 4 bits of a gradients roving that I got. That's called, I think it's called Coffee Shop Reef. But this is the first bit. There's 3 other bits, and I'm going to spin all of those on the spindle, and that will be going with me to the spring fling, just so I have something more to do with my hands. Like, I'm not going to be busy enough as it is. Drum carding. That's the other thing that got done when my parents were here this weekend. It was a fabulous success. Dad was my cranker, and I fed the fiber in while Mom, I can't remember what Mom was doing. Oh, she was making some caramel Crispix mix for a get-together that was going on Saturday night. And she came over and helped feed fiber in as well at one point. And everything that I showed you last week that had been flit carded is now in this huge pile of bats, which of course I neglected to bring in here, sitting in my stash room right now. And I want to get the entire fleece done before I start spinning, so I can mix it all up, because there's some really dark bits and there's some lighter bits, and I kind of want it all to be together when I start spinning. But we'll see. Yeah, carding the bats was fun. Really fun, especially with a second person there, so it went a lot quicker. Let's see, my finished object of the week is the Vanilla Rainbow Socks. They're done, finished, completed. This is out of the Trekking XXL in the colorway 100, and I did those on the 2.25 millimeter needles, magic looped one at a time. That's a US 1. Over 72 stitches, my typical vanilla sock pattern with 20 rows of ribbing, and then on out until it fit. Heel flap, all that good stuff. Events. Spring Fling is a week away. Scary. I'm going to be flying down to St. Louis, and I've already put in my cupcake order with, I think it's with Leslie. Hi, Leslie. Oh, Leslie and Laura, You Don't Call Me Les, and Lala over on Ravelry have started up their own video cast. It's not quite as short as mine. They divide it up into chunks. And they've got 2 episodes out, and I will link to their show. It's called The Knit Girls with like 3 L's. But there will be a link to that in the show notes as well. In fact, let me write it down so I don't forget. Knit Girls podcast. Okay. Done. So I don't forget. Otherwise I'll forget. But I figured out how to hook the webcam here up to, let me grab it, my little mini laptop, the one that pooped out on me and gave me such crap with the built-in webcam. I will be taking this webcam, hooking it up to this computer, and recording from Fling just for you people so you can see what's going on. So next week we'll have the usual episode on Wednesday before I take off. I'll try to record every day that I'm there. I can't promise that I'll do one on Thursday because I have to be at the airport at the ungodly hour of like 4 a.m. The Delta keeps moving my flight back. They haven't moved in about a month now, so hopefully it won't be moved again. But I have to be at the airport about 4:15 in the morning, and I won't get to St. Louis until like 11:30, and then there's stuff going on. There's a newbie dinner in the evening, and then the dessert buffet reception, opening reception. They don't listen to our hotel rooms until like 2 in the afternoon, but the dessert thing goes starts at 8, and yeah, I might be too pooped, but we'll see. There will be recordings though, so keep your eyes out for those. Special report from Spring Fling, and I will see you guys next week. Keep going, keep posting on the Ravelry board, on the blog, everywhere. I love reading your guys' comments, and I'll talk to you guys from the Fling. Happy knitting.